Good morning. Right now on News 9, a Mustang man accused of soliciting sex from a teenage boy as well as children overseas. Plus, why law enforcement officials are looking for witnesses in a deadly crash. And Matt Mahler is in with your Memorial Day weekend forecast.
On the scene, on the story, News 9 starts now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us this Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. I'm Chris Gilmore filling in for Dana Hurtnicki. It's been a great weekend so far, at least in the metro. How long is that going to last, Matt?
Well, a great weekend, and now we started it yesterday morning. Most of the day here in the metro, in fact, the entire day in the metro was just fine yesterday. It was just a little hot and humid. However, the rest of the weekend looks cooler, it looks sunny, and it looks fantastic as our storm complex, which affected northwestern, north central, south central, and southeastern Oklahoma and northeastern Oklahoma yesterday, kind of all around Oklahoma City. We actually only picked up a trace of rainfall here in the metro yesterday, and as a result, nothing happened here in Oklahoma City. No severe weather. We had some that was close just to our south and east, but nothing actually made it into the metro yesterday. What's left of yesterday's storm complex actually stretches from just east of Dallas to Little Rock all the way over to Atlanta. So a pretty big storm complex. Nothing severe here, just a lot of thunder and lightning and some moderate to heavy rainfall. That's about it. Here in Oklahoma City, we're still at 65 degrees. This is live from our Regency Tower Cam, part of our Air Comfort Sky Cam network. North wind at 14, starting to help dry that air out a little bit here across the city and across the state. 55 in Woodward this morning, a little chilly up there. 59 in Alva, a much more mild 66 in Lawton, 71 in Ada, 71 in McAllister, and wind speeds are out of the north at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. So what's ahead? Well, taking a look at some morning clearing. The thunderstorms will continue to roll on east. Beautiful holiday weather for today and tomorrow. If you weren't able to get outside or just wanted to avoid the heat yesterday, today and tomorrow look much, much better. But we will have to introduce more storm chances back into the forecast. I'm seeing lots more on the 9-day, and we'll talk about it all coming up here at 6:15. Chris.
Thanks, Matt. Well, thousands across the state are waking up in the dark this morning. Right now, OG&E is reporting over 1,600 people are without power. Right now, the most are in Woodward, Ringling, and Oklahoma City. You know, you can always get the latest weather information on the News 9 mobile app. You can receive news and weather alerts and live stream our coverage. Just go to news9.com/connect. Also, get involved with us on social media using the hashtag OKWX. New this morning, a Mustang man accused of soliciting sex from a teenage boy. Now investigators are trying to figure out how many other children he targeted. Sheriff Chris West says Kyle Henthorne was talking to a 13-year-old online trying to convince him to experiment sexually. Investigators say Henthorne confessed. They also found numerous conversations with other underage children on his cell phone, including children from the UK. An Oklahoma mother convicted of enabling child abuse will not get a new trial. That's the new ruling from the federal district court. Back in 2007, Ray Dawn Smith was sentenced to 27 years for her role in the death of her daughter, Kelsey Smith Briggs. The court ruled there were no constitutional mistakes in Smith's trial, so her conviction still stands. And a Yukon boy is expected to survive after he accidentally shot himself. Police say it happened just before noon yesterday at a home near Northwest 10th and Mustang Road. Officers say they're now investigating whether or not the handgun was secure. And right now in Bartlesville, police are investigating what they're calling a murder-suicide. Officers say a teenage boy called them. They found the boy's mom and stepdad shot to death inside the house. Police say it appears the woman was leaving home before the shooting. The OSBI has now joined the investigation. No names have been released. And authorities in Craig County are asking for your help in finding an inmate who escaped from the county jail. Ross Allen Archer got away while on work detail Friday afternoon. If you see him, know where he is, go ahead and call police. Now to a developing story we have for you. We first told you about the deadly crash on the Turner Turnpike on Friday. The OHP says Denisha Lowry crashed her black Cadillac into the back of a black Ford Expedition near Wellston. The Ford flipped across the center median, killing the driver, 36-year-old Joseph Blazer from Oakhurst. Our cameras were there when Lowry was arrested on a manslaughter complaint. Troopers believe she was driving while impaired. Peter Buscemi claims Lowry hit his car too. He tried to report her to 911 before the deadly crash.
While I'm on the phone with 911, it's ringing. I'm going to report this driver. I'm going to pull off the road a bit, hopefully waiting for this woman to pass me so I can catch her license plate, at which point she rear-ends me.
Scary stuff. Now, troopers say 4 other passengers inside of the Ford were also hurt, including 3 children ages 9, 5, and 10 months old. A 29-year-old woman was hospitalized in critical condition. The OHP is asking anyone who witnessed the crash to call them at 866-OHP-TIPS. And Kentucky Fried Chicken is now closed near Northwest 23rd and Young's after a driver slammed through the front window. The driver told police she was trying to park, but the car accelerated instead. Police say no one was seriously hurt there. Warning this morning about new phone scams in Garfield County. The sheriff's office says victims are receiving a recorded message demanding money for an active arrest warrant. The number shows up with a 918 area code. The sheriff says his office only uses their local number. Well, around the nation, firefighters in Topeka say a hoverboard explosion is to blame for substantial house fire. A 13-year-old neighbor says he and 2 children who live at the home were charging the hoverboard in the garage when it sparked and erupted into flames.
It was a split second. It sparked once, and then right when one spark hit the ground, it went up into flames.
Now here's the real sad part. The family moved into the home just a few days ago. A 10-year-old boy is injured after flying off a 3-story water slide in California. The slide at the Wave Water Park in Dublin, California was immediately closed after the boy suddenly fell out of the ride, landing on the concrete washout area. The Dublin Assistant City Manager says a similar slide in the water park has already been closed. Straight ahead, details on what you need to do to be safe at the lake this weekend, plus where folks in Texas were able to dress up as their favorite comic book character. Well, David Brooks is back with Made in Oklahoma Coalition. He's here with biscuits and beef jerky gravy, which we're going to make right now. And he told me that, this is a pretty traditional Midwestern breakfast, right?
It is, especially if you've been on a cattle drive like I've been. In fact, you got 500 Angus cows out in your parking lot right now that Matt's watching. So
cows are coworkers, I don't know. But if you're going to make a traditional breakfast, you have to have a traditional hat. So you have one here for me. Let's go ahead.
One. It should fit.
Yeah.
It sort of fits.
We'll make it work.
Okay.
Right now. Okay. So the best thing that we can do right now is start out with the easy things. That's water, the Ozark water that you bought for us here.
Yep, we got Ozark Water. It's one of our Oklahoma companies. In fact, if you work in an office, you probably got a 5-gallon one. You're going to put 1 cup of Ozark water in just a bowl, and then if you'll put those 2 gravy mixes in there.
Okay, is this a special gravy mix we have here?
That's Shawnee Mills. That's peppered country gravy. We've also got it in the country gravy, no pepper. I've got 3 cups of water over here boiling away, and what I'm going to do is, and this is the kind of the odd part of this, I'm going to put No Man's Land beef jerky, which is a good Oklahoma beef jerky. I'm going to put that in that water and let that start softening up, and believe it or not, good old tough beef jerky will actually loosen up in just a matter of minutes. So
get kind of tender, huh?
Oh, get very tender, yeah. So if you will stir that up just really good, really thin, get it all mixed.
I'm whipping away here.
And then I am going to turn that up. Now these biscuits, Shawnee Mills biscuit mix, best-selling biscuit mix in Oklahoma. This thing has got 3 ways to do that. We got the cheddar biscuit, which is what these are. A little cheddar cheese made with a little milk, a little garlic, cinnamon biscuits, or plain. Now what we're going to do is, this is so simple. See, you're almost there. You're almost there. Get that off the side there. We got to get that off the side.
Don't want to disappoint Mr. Brooks here.
No. Or Shawnee Mills, or Made in Oklahoma. All right, now we are at the point that this, I'll show you how fast this is. All you got to do, take this, put it in this 3 cups of boiling water with that in it. And you have got gravy, because not everybody can make good old skillet gravy.
We're cooking with gravy, baby.
We are. Now look at this. When this thing comes back to a boil, just let it bubble a couple of times. You are going to be ready for one of the greatest biscuits and gravy breakfasts you have ever had. And I brought enough gravy and biscuits to feed the camera guys, because they usually follow me around wondering if I got more.
They're salivating just like me.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Is that pretty?
I can smell it, too. That's very fragrant.
Oh, yeah. Let that bubble a couple of times, and the gravy has set. We did that in less than 3 minutes. Now look at this beauty. And see, you can't even find that jerky in there anymore. It has already gone away.
It's like you can't mess it up, right?
You can't. If you can mess this up, you should not be in a kitchen. You should be at a restaurant. That is for you, sir.
I want you guys to look at how beautiful
Is
this
that pretty?
looks. That is quite a plate.
That is great.
It's soon going to be in my mouth right now. Let's go ahead and take a good bite out of this.
Go for it. When Matt comes in from keeping the herd, we're going to give him some too. MIOcoalition.com. This is one of our May recipes of the month. What do you think?
Give me a minute here.
I need a
It
moment.
is melting in my mouth.
I bet it
That is good.
All
That's
right.
good.
Thank you.
That's breakfast for you guys. And look, it's sunrise right now. If you need a breakfast idea, go ahead and get all these items. Shawnee Mills breakfast and gravy, biscuits and gravy. Oh my gosh. We'll be back after the break. I'm going to finish this biscuit.
Isn't it good?